Good morning, it is June 12th, 2025. This is Mr. D, Guild Daddy D, or just D, whichever you prefer. Jumping into the NA patch notes today. They are live. We're going to take a look at what possibly has come over from Global Labs, what may or may not have changed, and what got omitted. So jumping right in here, we are looking at events. Let's check out the events. Upgrade your accessories with ease. Let's open up this tab here. Upgrade your accessories with ease, collect Jewels of Imperfect Power. So this is where when you're grinding, you get these Jewels of Imperfect Power as a random drop. Those can be exchanged for cups. So this is very good. This means wherever you grind, you can get these. If you have not gotten your cups on your Caphras accessories, this is a good way to do it. If you haven't got your cups at all, do that. Look in your Unified Currency tab. That's where you're going to find these. Cups give you bonus stats, as you can see, HP, AP, damage reduction, crit hit damage, stamina, etc. So would highly recommend. So let's see where people are grinding. Well, you got Elvia zones. Let's see. Did they add to the... Well, we can get them in your treasure spots. Camasilvia, Drigan, Odalita. Ulakita's got them, so Land of the Morning Light, now you can get them in the Pig Cave. So yeah, definitely look into that event. Close that out. Next event, Festival Vibes, Fill the Air in Hydel. We are looking at, let's see, complete 1 quest each day, total of 7 quests, and get a Jay's Hammer of Loyalty. Woohoo, that's awesome. Starting on the 12th and ending on July 10th. Find Livian the Historian visiting Hydel, so go talk to him, accept his daily quest. Interact with the fountain and grab the event item, which is the Anticipation Aura. And he has tales to share with you. It looks like you get a new painting for your residence. You can get the commemorative frame. You can get the festival commemorative frame. The number 3, number 4, and number 5. So, and finish all the way through, and you get yourself a hammer. Hammers are always good. Free taps for those of you who don't know. Next event, need to extract Caphras stones or cups? Question mark. I know I've been looking forward to this. Blacksmiths are holding a special sale. Don't miss out. Visit any blacksmith and extract your Caphras, and you get 1 silver with a 100% extraction rate. That's fantastic. To extract a cup, use a mirror. And you could buy a mirror from any major blacksmith for 20 million, or from Hugol in Duvenkroon for 10 million during the event. Fused Crystal of Emotions will not be available for purchase from any town blacksmith or from Wacky. There you go. So, time to extract all your Caphras you've been saving up on other stuff. New additions and improvements. The Dosa. Morning Fog adjusted its maximum attack area to be 70% larger than before when using the skill, so more AoE is always good no matter what class you play. Ranger, let's see, fix the issue where it cannot combo into Prime. Maywas, to fix the issue where forward roll was activated when holding shift when using Ice Fang. So these are all little like tweaks. Just gonna read through it real quick. Changes no longer useful. Fix the issue where your character cannot perform. Lon, fix the issue where your character would not perform a fall animation when landing in midair after using Prime Primrose. Fix the issue where using the skills in midair caused your character to instantly return to the original position. Your character will now perform a fall animation if she's in midair before movement ends. Dosa, fix the issue where you couldn't combo. And Morning Fog, where you cannot combo into Twin Slash. Okay. Farming changes. They have increased the amount of moles that can spawn, or increased the percentage chance of having a mole to spawn. I covered this in the Global Labs, why this is important. If you like to have rare items, this is the only way in the game to get the Pitapat Mole pet. So when the moles spawn, you kill the moles. If you get a Pitapat mole, then it'll drop a Pitapat petal. If you get 10 of the petals, you can turn them in for a Pitapat mole. That mole is a life scaling mole. It looks like a little mole with a triangular straw, like almost like a rice patty hat. And yeah, that's the only way to get that mole. So if you're into collecting rare items that not everybody has, there you go. If you don't know about farming, you rent fences for 10 contribution points. Then you plant any seed in the game in there and it grows. When it turns red, that means either it needs to be pruned or it has insects and you can interact with it. And when you do that, you can get a chance to get like sharps and other things like that. That's when your mole would spawn. And then when the plant is mature over 100%, you can then harvest it and get, like, let's say you were planting hyphas for mushrooms, you would get that type of mushrooms, or strawberries or hot peppers or whatever. Improved horse taming controls and effects. So this is when you're lassoing a horse and you're doing the mini game. Apparently now you can run to it. So you can hold shift, and instead of just slowly walking up to it, I guess you can run. So we're going to have to give that a try. Items. This is where they're making the old boss gear the same amount of Caphras to level it. So Dimtree and Red Nose. We were talking about bags, muskins, Urgans, all that stuff. All the old top tier stuff before Sovereignty and Black Star. So they're now just making it so that, in order to get to Pen, you need a lot less Caphras. And if it already was at Pen, you're going to find a bunch of Caphras in your Hydel storage. Same thing with Dandies. I'm wondering, did they do Zarkas and stuff? Let's see. That's Dandies. It doesn't look like they did anything for Zarkas or any offhands. It's just Dandies. So, 4,000 Caphras, if you have one at Pen that you were, if you didn't trade it in for your Sovereign and you've just been hoarding it for an alt, you're going to see a nice little boon of Caphras in your Hydel storage. I'm wondering if you did trade it in for your Sovereign, if you got the Caphras back still. If you did, let me know, because that would be interesting since you already traded it in. So, and I don't know a lot of people who have done the C20 trade-in, but if you have and you got a bunch of Caphras back today, comment on the video and let me know. So with these changes, this just talks about the maximum allowed amount into the Dimtree or Dandy or Try to Pen will be returned to your Hydel storage. So central market price adjustments for certain craft items. So these are going up for the concentrated magical black gems, hardhide, organic fertilizer, the droughts. So these went up significantly. Yeah, Rarar's Heart went up to 2 bill. Deep Sea, Perfume of Courage, all that stuff went up to, almost double, well, a little more than doubled. Added mass processing recipes for the following items: concentrated magical black stones, mercenary life 60 minutes, magical verdure droughts, beast droughts, giant savage frenzy droughts, and corruption droughts. So these are the recipes. So it looks like 1 blackstone powder. I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of blackstone just sitting around, so this is good. I'm just going to start making big scrolls, I guess. So you got mercenaries experience, 600% combat XP, verdure droughts, so you get 10 of them for using this. For these, you need the Ibeleb's essence, which you need to get out in the desert at the Oasis, I'm assuming. Go down through. Yep. Added details about the Magic Frenzy Drought of Corruption crafting recipe to the Corrupted Breath item. So this is where you make the Magical Frenzy Drought of Corruption. So they added a description on how to do it. Updated the usage info for Garmoth's Bloodstone. Now mentioning that after completing the Happy Crimson accident quest, you can exchange 1 Bloodstone for 20 Garmoth scales. So for those of you who have been fortunate enough to get 10 of these to get your Garmoth's Heart, after that, you could just get Garmoth's Scale. You cannot get another Garmoth's Heart. Improved so that the following items can be stored in family inventory: Book of Combat, Book of Life, Firefly. They cannot be stored once sealed, and once expired, they'll move to your normal inventory where you can discard them. Since the update allows players to fight each biome boss in Atoraxxia consecutively from Valmechia to Yolunakia, more adventurers are visiting Atoraxxia. To help skilled adventurers tackle Sikria's boss more smoothly, we've ensured that anyone installing Berurah's Power Stone won't be affected by debuffs during the process. Improve the Power Stone to grant super armor when used. Okay, so a little change in Atoraxxio there. Monsters. Improve the spawn animation speed to be faster for the following rift bosses so that you can jump into battle quickly. Red Nose, Beg, Muskin, Dim, Ferret, Griffin. I love the Global Labs translation in this stupid tree spirit. Remove the invincible phase from the following Dark Rift bosses. Nose, Beg, Muskin, Dim Tree Spirit, and Ferret. Fix the issue where loot cannot be obtained in certain situations when defeating a Rift boss. Or an Awakened World boss, excuse me. So these are the like Thundercloud, Kudum, and Stormbringer, Karanda, and stuff. Change the gold bar 1000G, which could be additionally obtained at a set rate when defeating an Awakened World boss, to a gold bar that grants 1 to 5 gold bar 1000 Gs when opened. So now you can get up to, what's that, 500 million? For adventurers who are unable to obtain loot due to this issue, the following items will be distributed based on the boss kill records at the time, boss-specific reward bundle, and a gold bar box. Change the reward distribution date for adventurers who are unable to obtain loot in order to more accurately check eligible recipients. So it's going to be, you're going to get it sometime this week. It says June 12th to June 19th, so it's coming. Quest and Knowledge. Improve the text regarding growth to be more intuitive to the level 50 to go beyond your own limits quest. Standardize the format for quest acceptance requirements and quest descriptions. Node Wars. Increase the damage dealt by the Flame Tower to adventurers, so PvP. Reduce the durability of Lynch Cannons. Increase the durability of Siege Defense Towers. Boosted the firing speed of Siege Defense Towers. Improve the controls for Dark Contract Troll and apply these changes to Trolls in War of the Roses. Improve the camera viewpoint to be more natural after Dark Contract Ogre performs a jump attack. And remove the offensive side only restriction from the description for the Ogre and the Troll. So now in defense you could use the Ogre and Troll. UI. Improve the visibility for the arrow on the Black Spirits adventure boards. So it's bigger now so that you can click on it and find it, for those of you who are visually impaired. Web. Improve some UI elements in the in-game coupon redeem window. Improve some UI elements in the setting windows of the launcher. The Pearl Abyss launcher is the game launcher used in the Asian region and Black Desert Global Lab. New wallpapers have been added to the official website. Modified or changed. Fix the issue where the occupation gauge in Red Battlefield would instantly reset if another team failed to recapture. Fix the issue where fishing resources in Huang He and Bukpo Sea in the Land of Morning Light were always exhausted. Improve the quest description for Training Leap Apprentice 10, Horse in the Runes. Fix the issue where Dragon God's energy appeared in awkward position at times during the Bai Young fight in the Black Shrine. Fix the issue where adventurers can enter Black Shrine, Donghae Boss Blitz from the Guild Boss Khan instance. Fix the issue where item descriptions would remain on screen after closing the UI. Fix the issue where the ping function in Arena Solaire only worked with shift, even after changing the special action hotkey to caps lock. Fix the issue where the number of completed quests would display a 0 when changing character or server via the end of game window. Fix the issue where the Cherry Blossom Drought and the Heartwarming Spring Drought could not be used with Fairy's Continuous Care. Fix the issue where the skill guide key guide for cap and orders on the guild galley would not switch to gamepad. Change the size of the Gyfin Rajag battlefield in the Arena of Solaire to be slightly smaller to address the issue where matches would not proceed normally if players left certain areas. Gamepad controller. Fix the issue where setting the mount's name was not functioning properly at certain stages after obtaining an Imperial Steed. Ranger, fixed an issue where the appearance of the Venisal dress was abnormal when gear durability decreased. Tamer, fixed the issue where the appearance of the hip area of the Celestial Tide outfit was abnormal while moving. Nova, fixed the issue where the appearance of certain body parts were abnormal depending on customization when wearing the first Crush outfit. Fixed the issue where it was possible to exceed the maximum number of members when matching for Red Battlefield in certain situations. And fix the issue where the message "You have completed Black Spirit Quest" appeared even when there were no completed Black Spirit Quests. So that wraps it up. Nothing groundbreaking. A lot of just, minor quality of life adjustments, some price adjustments. Some of you might have Caphras Christmas today in your Heidel storage. And other than that, just make sure you do your event quest for your J-Hammer. And thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more patch videos, life scaling videos, and PvE videos. Have a great day.